And we're seeing protests here in Utah as well, including one at the Sundance Film Festival. Our Kate Gardner is in Park City for us. Kate, what's the feeling like there right now?
Yeah, Brian, it's a little bit quieter now. It's starting to feel more like the film festival, but around 332, maybe 300 people gathered together right here at Miners Park. They were chanting things like, "Shoot films, not people." Obviously, we're at a film festival. And then after maybe about half an hour, they marched down the street with their banners and with their chants to make sure that their message got out to a wider audience. Now, as they were doing this today, Utah leaders were also reflecting on the shooting that happened in Minneapolis over the weekend.
Shoot films, not people.
This protest is organized by the Visibility Brigade.
We've been protesting ICE for months at this point, but we felt a special urge again to come up here to Sundance to make a point in this highly visible place that we're at.
One of the organizers, Peter, says that urgency is felt deeper after the recent Minneapolis shooting.
There is a place for law enforcement and for immigration enforcement here in the U.S., but it does not involve executing American citizens in the street. It does not involve knocking down the doors of people's homes without a warrant, and it does not involve treating other human beings, whether they're documented or not, cruelly and with violence.
On Capitol Hill, lawmakers also reflect on the shooting.
Does anybody like the loss of a life? I mean, that's crazy. It's not a positive thing.
Senate President J. Stewart Adams goes on to say,
law enforcement has a really tough job. And I think, there's, like I said, there's two sides to it. And I think rather than, again, trying to spin it up and trying to cause that animosity, somehow we've got to be able to say, look, this is not right on all sides.
Senator Luz Escamilla thinks the reins need to be pulled back on DHS.
I think as a state, we've always been very careful on how we manage our relationship with the federal government. And, it shouldn't matter whose administration this is. We need to make sure that we're keeping the sovereignty of our state, the integrity of that sovereignty, but also coordinating for the safety of all the residents.
None of the lawmakers foresee violence breaking out in the state, but House Speaker Mike Schultz says if it does, it won't be tolerated.
We'll encourage and support peaceful protests. The second it comes to violence, it's the end of it.
And back in Park City, protesters have a message for state leaders.
Stay strong and make sure that you do what Minnesota's doing, which is making sure that they have custody of the evidence when something like this happens, so that they don't just let the federal government lie and take over the whole investigation without any kind of responsibility or transparency.
Okay, and talking about transparency, Brian, you were talking a little earlier ago about how it seems President Trump may be distancing himself from Secretary Noem at this time. Well, Senator John Curtis released a statement today as well, saying he believes she may have moved too quickly and in doing so weakened public trust. Reporting live in Park City, Kate Gardner, back to you.